Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the president of Full Sail University, Gary Jones.
Thank you. Wow. I can tell you guys had coffee this morning. What a great time to be together to announce yet another extraordinary chapter in Full Sail's growth and forward motion. It's good to be with you today. I'm representing our co-chairmen, the leaders of this great place we call Full Sail University, as I stand up here. Bill Hebner, John Phelps, Ed Haddock right here in the front row. Hi, guys. Bill is not with us today. But on behalf of all of us, we are truly honored that you took the time to come out and be a part of what's going on with us here this morning. So thank you all. I want to recognize a few folks that have joined us today. Each of you is a celebrity in your own right, but I want to call out some attention to some folks that made time to join us from their busy schedules, and I'll point them out now. Mayor Bradley from the city of Winter Park is here. Thank you, Mayor Bradley. Mayor Dyer from the city of Orlando was with us this morning. Thank you. Orange County Commissioner Bill Siegel is here with his wife, Sarah. Thank you for joining us, Bill. And I must tell you, kind sir, thank you for all that you've done for us and for the years of giving of yourself and your family's commitment to all that's good and proper, and we really appreciate you. Thank you for that. We have a whole bunch of good folks from ESPN here with us today. I know there are many of you, but if you're standing, I'd love just to stick one or two hands up in the air, whichever you choose is fine. And if you're sitting, would you stand and we'll recognize all the good people from ESPN. Where are you? Let's see the hand. There you are. Oh, hey, right. Awesome. Thanks for what you guys do every day for all of us, too. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize our good buddies from just a little ways south of here, the ESPN Wide World of Sports at Disney. Ken Potrock and his team do a wonderful job there every day of upholding sports for children of all ages, whether they're adults or kids. And we're grateful for your participation and your belief in Full Sail, and we thank you guys as well for all that you've done. Thanks for being a part of us. If you're a Full Sail student or a graduate, could I get a little shout out? Great to have you here. Thanks for making time out of your busy schedules. And also, we're live streaming this morning. Hello, good morning from sunny Winter Park, Florida, to our friends all around the globe that are live streaming and watching this broadcast as well. So, good buddies, we are gathered here today to celebrate the culmination, or at least the beginning, of many good things, I think, that have come from months of discussion and working closely with the good people at ESPN. We are here this morning to see the first official tangible thing that's come out of that, and that is the Full Sail University Sports Lab, powered by ESPN, which you're going to see unveiled this morning. This will be the only lab of its kind affiliated with ESPN at any college or university in the entire state of Florida. So it's a very special moment for all of us in the state, as well as for all of us here at Full Sail. So, oh yeah, I agree. So if you'll look behind me, we're going to unveil the sign commemorating for today and all the future this new lab. And while that sign is being revealed, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my friend Anthony Bailey. Although many people at ESPN stood with us and believed that this was a great thing to do together, Anthony Bailey was the guy who spearheaded this whole vision. Anthony loves technology. He loves sports. He's here with us today. Would you please welcome ESPN's Vice President of Emerging Technology, Mr. Anthony Bailey. Awesome, brother.
Thank you. Gary forgot to mention one person we have to recognize. Where's Kenny Goldstone? Yeah. Kenny. Kenny, come up here. Kenny doesn't like to be put on the spot, but it's really, Kenny is one of the main reasons why we have this lab today. And he was a great partner in pulling this together and really working with us and putting together the vision of what we wanted to do. We are very excited today for the unveiling of this lab. It is our second lab here in the Orlando area. Last October, we opened a lab over at ESPN's Wide World of Sports, which is the ESPN Innovation Lab, which we have used to create many new and exciting innovations that have hit our air. We look forward to this collaboration with Full Sail students, mostly, and the faculty. ESPN feels like we're going to benefit from the enthusiasm and creativity that we have seen in the students here at Full Sail. And we are hoping to help the students gain an insight and knowledge about ESPN and ESPN's process, and working together to build some really great, exciting new products. I came to understand about Full Sail through a project we did at Wide World of Sports, where we were trying to figure out new technologies before we created the new ESPN Wide World of Sports. And we were going to test out some camera gear and test out some ways to do games without having a full truck there and a full crew to produce them. And Ken Potrock kept saying, well, let's go use this school up the street called Full Sail. And then I started seeing it was called, somebody put down FSU. So I was like, I'm all in for FSU. And then I found out it was here in Orlando. And since we were here, I said to Gary, let's just keep going. And then I found out you can't call this school FSU. And we'll never call it FSU again. But we did the test around the Pop Warner football event in December 2 years ago. And I remember Ken Potrock saying, well, let's bring in some students to help us with it. We're going to pay the students, and let's see if they can, come to the standard that ESPN wanted. And I was really hesitant. I was sitting back saying, oh, I don't know about this. So, we brought in our normal crew, and we brought in 6 or 7 students. And by the second day, I was so impressed with the students and the work that they did on that event that I came back to Ken Potrock and said, you know what, I think they can work for us and they can create exciting things for ESPN. They were very impressive. These students were very professional, they were eager to learn, and they were also eager to share. And that's really why we're here today, is because our plan is to work with the student body here and the staff to create new and exciting products that are going to hit our air and really help ESPN define us as the technology leader and innovative company that we are. So again, we're really excited to be here. I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'm going to pass it back to you, Gary, right?
Hey, brother, you got it. Thanks for everything, Anthony. I'm hugging your neck, buddy. I just hugged an ESPN guy. I would be remiss if thank you so much, Anthony, for your kind words. I would be remiss if I didn't also recognize somebody else that's been a pivotal person at ESPN headquarters. He's been to visit with us before. He's not with us today, but he has very much been a part of the vision behind this sports lab this morning. I want to send a shout out to Mr. Chuck Pagano, who is Executive Vice President of ESPN and the pride of Waterbury, Connecticut. So, hi out there, Chuck. We know Mayor Dyer, the mayor of Orlando, and we know him for the many things that he does for our great city and our great region. A lot of his civic-minded initiatives and the things that he pushes forward for the good of our citizens. Last night, Full Sail had the privilege of being part of the 2010 Central Florida Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the new Amway Arena. And it was a very moving and wonderful night where the inductees from a period of 3 years were welcomed into the Hall of Fame. And Mayor Dyer was one of the Hall of Fame inductees for this year, 2010. And I'm going to break protocol now, Mayor, and refer to you as Buddy Dyer. I got to see another side of him last night. I got to see the side of him, a man that loves sports and what they bring to young people. I got to see him as a dad, and I got to see him in a light that I hadn't ever been around before. And so I'm very, very pleased to introduce to you today, here celebrating with us, a good man, a great dad, and a wonderful mayor of Orlando, Mr. Buddy Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. The only thing I was in charge of was the weather this morning, so you okay with that? Thank you, Gary. That was a very kind introduction. And Sam Stark, who's the head of the Central Florida Sports Commission and is in charge of inducting folks, is here somewhere. Where are you, Sam? Back there in the back. Say, give Sam a hand. And I'm pretty sure I received that honor for the two ACYS flag football teams that I coached championships with 11 and 12-year-olds. So maybe some other things. I'm pretty excited to be here today. I did get to do a lot of ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings and dedications, just about something every week. And we've got a lot going on in Central Florida. For being a tough time for our nation economically, we're still moving things forward here in Orlando and Central Florida. I want to thank Mayor Bradley for letting me come up here and poach in Winter Park and talk a little bit on his territory. Thank you, Mayor. But to unveil the Full Sail University Sports Lab powered by ESPN is something that's going to move our community forward in a different way than we have in the past. For the Full Sail students, you chose this institution because it's got a world reputation as a premier arts media school, and we're trying to create and become the media arts cluster or destination in the entire world. And I think that we are well on the way, and it's in large part because of Full Sail University. You may not know it, but Orlando has already received national recognition for its digital media industry, including being recognized by Forbes magazine as 4th on their annual list of most wired cities. Orlando is also ranked as a fast city full of innovation by Fast Company magazine and very high in the Sporting News best sports cities. We have one of the top 12 clusters in digital media, and we are the epicenter. No one even comes close to our modeling, simulation, and training industries. So you think of all the innovation that is going on in our community, and it is billions of dollars of economic activity that is brought to Orlando. And this new sports lab really speaks to the strengths of innovation, technology, and education, and we want to set the bar really high in Central Florida. Last month, we opened the new Amway Center, and the commissioner of the NBA, David Stern, was there to open the building on opening night for the Magic season opener. And he said, you know, I have been in every arena in the country. I've been in most of them in Europe and Asia, and I can say without qualification that you have the very best arena in the entire world. And now I want to be able to say we have the very best sports lab in the entire world right here in our community. So thanks for inviting me to participate in the opening of this great sports lab.
So if you'll position yourselves anywhere on, where do you want it, brother? All clustered here? Yeah, I'll sit that side where you are. Okay, so we'll come over on this side. We'll just move this forward. Yeah. Yeah. Let's step a couple steps this way.
Yeah, now we can line up right in front of the plant. Yeah, you want to make some announcements real quick? Yeah. Okay, ready.
Okay, now let me tell you what's coming up. Gentlemen, you can take your seats or you can stand. We're going to be just another second or two. We're going to step into the new sports lab next. Obviously, we can't fit all of us at once. So here's what we're going to do. I will ask if, let's have a leader. Could I find someone to follow right over here? Give me a hand right here. Sari, could you come right here, sister? If we, in this seated area, if you would please follow Sari, she's going to lead you to the sports lab, and we're going to have the next portion of the unveiling this morning actually in the sports lab. Since we all can't fit, what I'd like to do is invite the media to come on in, and our dignitaries seated here in front of me for this particular showing, which is next. For those of us who want to see it, but can't get in right now for space reasons, at 12:30 this afternoon, I'm checking to make sure. Is that right, 12:30? 12:30 and 1:30, 2 shows. Come on over and we'll give you a tour of the new sports lab and let you see what's going on. So 12:30, again at 1:30. So special guest, if you'll follow Sari now, media, let's get you guys on the way also. Good folks in the audience, if you'll be sensitive to the media and let them move through you quickly, thank you. Hey, thanks everybody for being here. Great morning.